guys, today I'm filming the intro for my winter project 10 pan for 2020. I am so excited to be starting this new project. I'm filming this video on December 4th. The video is going up quite a bit later, but like always I do film my updates on time, so I'm accurately tracking my progress. So this, like all of my seasonal 10 pans, is going to be a 3-month-long project pan. So I'm going to have an intro, 2 updates, and a finale. And I typically pick several more than 10 products, but this time I have about 12. So I do have some replacement products in mind for some of these things here, but I am not going to get ahead of myself. We will get to those in the updates because who knows, I might change my mind on some products. And I have really been loving my fall makeup, so it's hard and kind of sad for me to start wearing my winter products. I've been wearing it for the past few days, and I do like cool tones on me. I like more purpley shades, more mauve shades, but I just love my warm tones so much. So I think it might take me a little bit to get in the true cool tone mood. So let's just get started by showing the products. So the first thing is actually a category of products I would like to use up, and that would be all of my makeup foil samples. Now I don't have too many, fortunately, but almost all of these are either primers or foundations, and I do have other primers and foundations in this project, so I think it's going to take me a while to get through everything, but we'll see. And then in addition to that, I have like one blush and a concealer pot, and I'm pretty sure everything else would be foundation and primer. So I'll just show you the ones that I have. So this is a little IT Cosmetics by Undereye's pot concealer. Then we have the Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Foundation in 2-in-1 Cashew, which is going to be a little dark for me, but I can make that work. I have the Beauty Blender Foundation in 1.10. The Jouer Essential High Coverage Foundation in Warm Ivory. And those are all the foundations. Then I do have some primers. This is the Tarte Double Duty Beauty Base Tape Hydrating Primer, so that'll be nice for this time of year. Then I've got the Dermablend Insta Grip Jelly Primer, the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. Then I've got the Farsali Rose Gold Elixir, Unicorn Essence, and Skintune Blur. I don't know if I can use all 3 of these as primers or if some of them will need to be used as like a serum skincare product. We will see, but I do want to throw it off my camera. We'll see, but I would like to try to use all of them up. And then the last one is the Buxom Wanderlust blush in the shade Dolly and Mykonos, which are the 2 colors that I was interested in, but based on what I think about the colors on my skin tone, who knows, I might end up purchasing those blushes. So not a ton of samples there, but they might take me a little while to get through considering I have so many primers and foundation. Next, I have, like always, a bunch of complexion products. Those are the easiest things for me to work through, and I actually have a lot of fun doing it, and I tend to have a big complexion collection. So the first thing I have here would be the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. I have a deluxe sample size and I have the travel size. I would like to use both of these up completely, so I did mark this one right here. This is brand new, but it's not completely filled to the top. So I am going to start by using up the little mini, and then I will move on to this one using this as a primer spray. Then for an actual face primer, I am going to be using the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Hyaluronic Hydrating Primer. I've used this 3 times so far. I just wanted to make sure that I liked this enough to pan it, and I do. So my goal is to finish this one completely. Then for foundation, I have 2 deluxe size samples I'm going to be mixing together, and I did get both of these as freebies recently. This was like a freebie with the Ulta order. This was the Tarte Face Tape Foundation in the shade 12S Fair Sand. I do have this foundation in the full size. I really enjoy it, and this is my correct color, so I would like to use that up, and I will be mixing it with the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Water Foundation in the shade 12B Fair Beige. I did get this in a Sephora Play, and this is too pink for me. I did try this one on its own. I didn't like it. It didn't give much coverage at all, and the color was very odd on my skin, and it really stood out as different from the undertones of my neck. So because I don't like this one on its own, but I do want to use it up, I'm going to be mixing the 2 together. I did do that today. I mixed a little of this with my full-size bottle of this foundation, and I do think the combo works well for me consistency wise and color wise. So I know that might feel like a little bit of a waste because I'm just adding in a couple drops, but that is what I'm going to do. I would like to finish both of these completely. The next product I have is a deluxe size powder. This is the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil, which is a fair shade with more of a pinky undertone. This doesn't have a ton of pigment to it, and I am using this to set my under eyes. So I have also tried this for the past few days to make sure I like it, and I set my under eyes with the Mercier translucent loose powder, which tends to darken my concealer a bit. So then I took a brush with a little of this powder, went on top to help brighten, and that did work. I am going to try applying only this powder under my eye with my damp sponge and see how that works. I'm a little nervous that it's going to look too cakey or specifically look too pink on me, but I will give it a try. But if that doesn't work, I'm just going to be using this as like a brightening under eye powder applied with a brush, and my goal is to finish this one completely. The next product I am probably the most nervous about, and this is my Benefit Hoola bronzer. So this year I want to try to use up several bronzers in my collection, which is going to be a big challenge, but there are several bronzers I've hit major pan on, and this is one where I've hit substantial pan, but I know that there's a lot of product left. So this is what my Hoola is looking like right now. I do plan on depotting this because it's going to be hard to repress it in this packaging, and I just don't like the Benefit box powder packaging. I wish it was like the Buon, where it was like this nice cute packaging, still cardboard, but it doesn't have to be a box. It can just be like a square, you know what I mean? So I do believe I am going to depot this and then probably repress it as well, just to make it easier to use. And I've never repressed a Benefit cheek product before, and these tend to be pretty tightly packed, so we'll see what happens when I repress it. But this is where we are starting from. I'm using this as my bronzer. I do really enjoy that, so I would like to finish it completely, but I'm not sure about that. After I repress it and start using it, we'll see. Maybe my goal will be to hit pan on the new repressed version. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm feeling scared, and I'm wanting to say after I repress it, my goal is going to be to hit pan on it again. So anyway, that's my Benefit Hoola bronzer, which will be the most challenging item. Then my last face product is a setting spray, and this is the travel size of the Too Faced Hangover RX 3-in-1 replenishing primer and setting spray. You can use this as a primer, but I want to try this out as a setting spray because if I was to purchase it, that's how I would use it. I got the Smashbox primer water just as a freebie. It's not something I would really buy because I've used that in the past and I haven't noticed it doing a ton for me, but I want to try this as a setting spray. Long story short. Then I do have one eyebrow product. This is the Anastasia Brow Definer Pencil in the shade Taupe. So this is all the product I have left in this pencil, and I did mark it on the cap right here. This is a brow pencil that I do really enjoy, but I prefer the Benefit Goof Proof brow pencil, so I would like to use this up and get it out of my collection. The next product I have is a cream shadow stick. I'm super excited to be panning this. This is the Mally Shadow Stick Extra in Autumn Shimmer. I have had this in other project pans in the past, and this is all that I have left. However, it is broken from the base, so I can take it out completely to show you there is this much. So I'm going to be using this in the pencil like this until I can't apply it straight from the pencil any longer, or it keeps falling out, or it gives me too much trouble. Then whatever product is left, I'm going to smush into a little sample jar to finish it completely. And there is my little marking for that one. So not too much product left, but this is a drier formula. I really don't like the formula of these at all. I much prefer the Mercier shadow sticks. I think those are much better, and the ones from the Balm, so I'll be very happy to finally get that used up out of my collection. So this next product here, I'm just adding in kind of last minute, and I might end up changing my mind on it because I really hadn't planned on trying to use up any eyeshadows this year. I wanted to just focus on using what I have, and maybe like trying things out and deciding if I wanted to declutter them or not. That was my main focus. But during Black Friday, Anastasia did have a vault of Modern Renaissance and Soft Glam, and it was on sale for a really great price. It was basically like buy one palette, get one for $20, which was a great deal. And I know that the Modern Renaissance palettes say they have a 6-month shelf life, which is a little bit absurd, but I've had this for a couple years now, and as you can tell, I do have some nice usage in here. So I think what I decided to do is now I've got 2 of this palette. So I had talked about this in my Instagram stories. I am going to depot these 2 mattes, this matte, and then the rest of the palette I'm actually going to give to a friend. I had one of my friends ask me if she could have the rest of the palette after I depotted my shades, which is totally fine with me. If she wants it, if she wants half the palette, that's fine with me. So that is what I'm going to do, is depot those shades, and I want to get my money's worth out of this palette, so I think that means I want to try to use them up this year, or as much as possible, which again is going to be a challenge because I really didn't want to pan eyeshadows this year, but I feel kind of like I need to since I've got 2 of the same palette now. And Buon Fresco, I would like to try to use it up. If I don't, I'm not going to be too disappointed. If I can use up half of Buon Fresco, I apologize that I keep touching my hair. It just keeps falling in front of my eye, and I hate that. I should have just clipped it up, but my hair is still wet and I'm just letting it dry without getting any crimps in it. But anyway, the last 2 products I have would be some lip products I'm going to use in combination that I would like to use up completely. So the first thing is this Tarte Mini Color Splash lipstick in the shade Set Sail, which is a pretty mauve pink color, but it's not too dark, so this will definitely be something easy for me to wear every day to work. And I do actually have a lot of products left, but in my fall project pan I did pan the nude shade I had from this little collection, and it was a mini as well, and I was able to get through it relatively quickly, so I'm gonna hope that I can do the same with this one. But I do have a lot of products left in here, so I am going to hope for the best that I can get that finished, and I am going to be pairing it with my Buxom full-on lip cream in the shade Dolly. I am all the way up here. I've had this one for a while now, but I've had success panning these mini glosses in the past. I've panned the lip polishes, not the lip creams, but I've tried out this combo before, and I do think it's really pretty, and it will be easy for me to wear. I just need to make sure I'm good about reapplying, which can be really hard. Sometimes I barely go to the bathroom in a day because of all the craziness at work, so I will try my best. So here is what the Dolly lip cream looks like on its own. So guys, those are all the products I'm going to be working on during this winter project pan, and I'm feeling pretty good about it. The things I'm really the most nervous about would be the eyeshadows if I am trying to actually hit pan and use them up. Benefit Hoola bronzer, and really the lip products I always get nervous about. Lippies about not making my goal, but everything else I do feel pretty confident about. So I would love to know what your thoughts are on these products in the comments down below, and I would love to know what projects you are doing currently or plan on doing for 2020. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.